What's up, YouTube? I am a college senior on my commute to college right now. It's about an hour and a half drive, and I'm bringing you with me. I'm going to talk to you guys on the way down there. And don't worry, this won't be an hour and a half long video. I'm going to cut it up. But I wanted to share some of my perspectives as somebody who is in their last semester of college. Maybe to some people who are about to start going to college, or maybe you just started your first semester of college. I actually went to school thinking that I wanted to do IT, information technology. And I took a few classes in IT, and I looked around at the students around me, and I realized that that was not the group of people that I was going to be getting along well with. Most of them did not have the same kind of personality traits that I have, and they were not very like-minded to me. Like, not saying that they're bad people, and if you're in IT or if you choose IT, there's nothing wrong with that, but just for me, myself, it didn't work very well for my personality. And same with the classwork and the stuff that we did, like the homework, the assignments. I just did not enjoy it as much as I thought I would. So I quickly changed over into software engineering, which is pretty similar, but I figured, maybe it'll be a little bit better because some of the people that were taking software engineering with me were less weird in my mind. So I thought I'll switch into software engineering and I'll do that. And throughout that process, I ended up getting married. I ended up in a situation where we found out it was going to be best to move away from where we were living. We lived right there by the college, but we found ourselves in a situation where we decided it was going to be best to live closer to both of our homes. And so we moved an hour and a half away from school, and I continued to go to school. But then we had a kid after one semester of that, and I decided I needed to change. But luckily, in that last semester of college that I had in person, I took a course in SEO and online marketing, and I fell in love with the marketing aspect and the SEO, and like, how can we actually turn these like computer skills that we've been learning for the last 2 years into money. And that was something that I found so fascinating, and I thought that maybe it would be something that I was more interested in. And so, okay, I'm gonna pause this. I'll be right back. As I was saying, I got to take that class on SEO and marketing, and it kind of opened my eyes to like how you can actually make money with the computer skills that I learned at school, the software engineering and the IT, but by using SEO and excuse me. Wow. But anyways, building a website, it opened up an opportunity for me to get my job that I have right now, because the assignment was that we had to take a small business's website and improve their SEO over the course of the semester. And so the website that I chose was the one for my father-in-law, because he has a small business and his website was. So figured might as well help him out. And he thought it did such a good job that he hired me to be his full-time marketing guy. And it was around this time that I was realizing that in order for me to continue going to school and get my degree in software engineering, I was going to have to continue to go in person. But instead of going down to school 2 days a week, I was going to have to start going down like 4 to 5 days a week. So I decided to switch my degree to marketing because marketing was offered as an online degree, so I could take it all the way from home, or just take it fully from home. And so I switched my degree because I found that I really enjoyed the SEO and I enjoyed the digital marketing. And I figured that my skills that I learned as a software or in software would be applicable to marketing. And I was right, they were. They helped me build websites and stuff. I'm really glad that I switched over to marketing because I found that I enjoy it so much more than I enjoyed software. And software is cool, but this was also around the same time that AI was coming out and starting to be a big thing, like ChatGPT. And I was noticing that like most of my software homework I could just do with AI. I'm just like, oh, so this is going to replace a lot of software engineer jobs, at least a lot of entry-level software engineer jobs, which is exactly what I would be right now. I'd be entry-level software engineer had I stuck to it. And I feel like I'd have a hard time finding a job, just because I know that entry-level software engineer roles are difficult to find right now. I think software engineers are still like there's still a lot of jobs available for them, but to find entry level is a little bit more difficult because AI can just do so much of that. So I started going to school online full time, and I did way better at my classes because I was able to be at home and I was not having to be homesick, and I wouldn't have to worry about commuting and like just spreading my time so thin between driving and working and everything that I was just running out of steam every day. But while I was doing it online fully, I didn't have to worry about any of that because I was at home full time and I worked remotely full time. So basically I just would be in my office all day, but because of that, I did much better in my classes. I pretty much got straight A's from that point on. It was just a lot easier for me to do that. But now I am in a situation where like this is super frustrating, and I don't think that every college is like this, but the college that I'm going to, the university I'm going to, says, oh yes, this is a fully online degree for marketing, right? But what they don't tell you is that a bunch of the classes that you need are not taught online every semester, which is just ridiculous to me. They're like, oh, we teach this class this semester, we teach this class this semester. So basically I took every class that I could whenever I could, and now I got to the point where I only have 4 classes left I'm required to take, and none of them were taught in the semester following, which is this semester. Except for in person. They were taught in person, but not online. Like, how ridiculous is that? So my 2 options were either wait a full another semester to start going back to school so that you can graduate in your last semester, or go down to school in person and just finish and get it done this semester. And I thought about it for a long time, and I decided to go with the second option and to commute down to school 4 days a week just to finish my online degree because I have to take the classes in person. It's really frustrating, but I'm looking at it as an opportunity. So I will be missing my family, but I'm more fortunate this time because I have a fully remote job, so I can actually work from St. George rather than Beaver, and I don't have to worry about driving home to get back to work and driving to school. Like, it's going to be a little bit easier that way, but at the same time it's going to be hard because I'm missing my wife and my kid. My son is 2 years old now, and I am only halfway to school right now, and I'm already missing him, and I'm missing my wife. We had a good hug this morning, and my wife was crying, and I didn't cry, but I was like on the verge of crying. I was like, no, don't cry. I don't want to cry. But it's hard. It's an emotional thing. And I share all of this to just be human and be real with you guys, because like life is just hard sometimes. Like you have to do hard things if you want to have great things. Like it would have been easier for me to just like it probably would have been easier for me to wait a full another year to take the classes that I needed online, but that would make it so that I would graduate like 6 months later, and I'm just so ready to be done with school. I feel like I'm looking for jobs. Like I'm tired of waiting to get a job. So I've been looking for jobs, but I'm tired of waiting. So I'm just doing the hard thing. I'm swallowing the pill. I'm ripping off the Band-Aid, just getting it done. And I know that we can do hard things as humans. We're built to do hard things. I think a lot of us are very comfortable with our lives, or maybe we're uncomfortable, but we're not uncomfortable enough to change, because it's too easy to go home after work and sit on the couch or lay in your bed and just turn on Netflix or just doom scroll for hours and hours and hours. Like the social media platforms and the entertainment industry has made it their job to keep you hooked, keep you addicted to their service, and they do a really good job. It's really, really easy to get stuck scrolling on social media for 3 hours. Like I'll freaking scroll through reels for like 3 hours sometimes, and I'm just like, afterwards I'm like, I can't even remember a single reel that I watched, because my brain was just like getting little mini dopamine hit, little mini dopamine hit, little mini dopamine hit. And it's just like, it just is addicting. And it's so stupid, because I didn't accomplish anything in those 3 hours. I did nothing to work towards my goals. Like I really, really want to buy a house, but I can't ever do anything that's going to help me buy a house if I'm just sitting there scrolling. You can argue and say, oh, I'm learning. Yeah, maybe you are learning something, but whatever you're learning, I guarantee you're going to forget tomorrow, because you can't retain enough information in a 10 to 30 second video to remember for building your future ever. And so it's not really learning, because you're not actually changing anything. You're just sitting there scrolling. Where you start in your college and career journey is not always going to be where you end. Like some people know right off the bat that they want to be a doctor. And if that's the case, that's awesome. Go to college, stick to it. Go to all your classes, pass all your classes, learn on your own time, and just figure it out and how to be a doctor. Yes, go to college for that 100%. But if you're somebody that just doesn't know what you want to do, college can be really weird. It can be a kind of a big time and money waster, I feel like. College is very expensive. And most people are trying to seek their passion. The truth is, a lot of people aren't, you're not gonna like your job if you're bad at it, right? You're not gonna like college if you're bad at college. You're not gonna like any of your classes if you're failing them, right? But if you can get good at something, if you can become talented, that's when you start enjoying your job. That's when you start enjoying school, right? So if you take the time to get off your phone, stop scrolling, and study for your classes, and actually like try to learn what they're teaching you, and you get good at it, that's when it becomes enjoyable. Even if it's like boring, like if you're good at it, it's more enjoyable, if that makes sense. Like I personally right now, I don't like the guitar because I suck at it. I don't play the guitar. Like I've picked up a guitar a time or two and I play it for like 5 minutes and I'm like, this is like, I can't do that. I don't enjoy it. But if I were to pick the guitar up and just practice for about 20 hours, I would probably be good enough at the guitar that I'd actually start enjoying it. I'd probably be able to play a few songs. I probably would actually enjoy playing the guitar because I'd be good at it. And that's the whole point, is nobody likes things that they're not good at. And so it just takes reps. It just takes practice. It just takes discipline. It just takes study to get good at something so that you will enjoy it. If you're a freshman in college and you're just starting your first semester, just know that you're probably going to not like your classes at first because you're going to suck at them because you've never done them before. And that's completely expected. Nobody expects you to be good at college when you start. That's why the first classes are a little bit easier, and some of them are kind of hard because it's like they're washing some of the people out, like that are not going to make it to the even harder classes in the future. They're not going to have the discipline. They're not going to have the motivation to get their homework done. And it's kind of the same way in the workplace. Like if you can't do the simple tasks at work, you're never going to be able to do the big tasks that make you a lot of money. You're never going to be able to solve the big problems that make a lot of money. And if you're somebody who is thinking about going to college, but you haven't decided if you want to or not yet, dude, that is the hardest question to answer, because I was taught my whole life that you should go to college because my dad went to college, my mom went to college, and because of that I didn't get any scholarships, what's it called? FAFSA, like financial aid, until I got married. Then we were both broke enough that I got some financial aid. But if you're going to be told by everybody that you have to go to college and you have to do this and you have to do that, I'll just say this: take advice from people who you want to be like. Does that make sense? So if there's somebody who did not go to college and they do not have a good life, they're not making a lot of money, why would you take their advice if that's something that you want to do? If you want to go to college and you want to make a lot of money, why would you take their advice? Why would you ask a homeless person how to get rich? You wouldn't, right? So find somebody that you admire and somebody who has a life that you would want, and take their advice, because they are going to be able to actually tell you how to get that, if that makes sense. Some of them got lucky and they can't tell you anything because they don't really know, but most of the time, if people have a life that you admire, they had to work for it, and they're going to have to be the ones that tell you how to get that. If you can't find people around you who have the same level of success that you want, because maybe you're like me and you grew up in a town where the economy is pretty poor and the only people who have any money are the doctors, and there's a couple other people that have some money, but that's because they were able to invest some money really early on and have some good outcomes from it. But most of the entrepreneurs, and every other job, there's not there's not a single high-paying job where I live except for the doctors. And even the doctors are not that well paid. But to me, that was like the richest you could be. That was the richest you could get ever, because I grew up in that town where that's where the richest people were. And I don't know anybody personally that is overly wealthy. I do know some people who are like pretty well off, but I don't know anybody who's wealthy. Except for on the internet. And so that's my advice, is like study people online that are documenting their journey and documenting what they know. So that's why I was interested in people like Alex Hormozy, because it's like he's not shy and he's not gatekeeping anything. He is sharing all of the secrets, like, of how to make money. And I love it. He's got a lot of money. He doesn't really flex his money, but he's wealthier than the average American by a very, very, very long shot. Another guy who I admire that has been sharing a little bit about how to make money is he only started posting pretty recently, but Greg LaVecchia, and he is the CEO and founder of Bloom, which it's like a girl energy drink, girl soda, and like greens company. But honestly, I tried them. They taste pretty stinking good. I like them. But I only tried it because of his videos online. He is a cool entrepreneur to follow his journey. Like he started posting content like pretty recently, like within the last year, I believe. It's been about a year. He's been posting content maybe, and he's already well off. Like he's making a ton of money. Like he's not afraid to flex his money. Like he shows off his houses a little bit, and he shows off his cars and stuff, which I think is like cool. Good for him, you know. He's got those cool things. But he also shows the real raw aspects of running a business and being an entrepreneur. Like, what does it actually take to get into like retailing with Dr. Pepper and having your products in Walmart and Target and on Amazon and Shopify, you know, whatever it is. He's got all of that, and he shares a little bit about how that happens, like how that works, and kind of the mindset that you have to have. And so I really appreciate that. And so I've actually tried to emulate them a little bit more, because they are people who I have a greater desire to be like than anybody from my hometown or anybody that I know on a personal level. My mind goes all over the place. You could probably watch this video and diagnose me with ADHD. I'm trying to stay focused. I'm getting better, or I'm trying to get better at it. I'm not good at it yet, but getting better, hopefully. The more of these videos I make, the better I'll get at them. If you're still watching this, you're a real one. Have a wonderful day. Stay hungry. Go after your goals. Go be an entrepreneur, not a wantrepreneur. I'm still a wantrepreneur. But my next video, I am going to be talking about an opportunity that I have to be an entrepreneur that is showing itself forth. And I'm super excited about it. So watch my next video.